How can you bleed truck brakes alone without a helper? Imagine you're out on the road and suddenly notice your brake pedal feels soft or spongy. You need to bleed your truck brakes, but there's no one around to help. How do you do it all by yourself? Well, it's definitely possible with the right tools and steps. First, you want to start by filling the master cylinder reservoir with fresh brake fluid. Keep it topped off during the entire process to prevent air from sneaking back into the system. Now, the typical order for bleeding truck brakes is from the wheel farthest from the master cylinder to the closest. Usually that means starting with the right rear wheel, then left rear, right front, and finally left front. One way to do this solo is gravity bleeding. You loosen the bleeder valve on the brake caliper or wheel cylinder of the farthest wheel and leave it open. Gravity will slowly pull brake fluid and trapped air out of the line. This method can take up to an hour per wheel but requires no pedal pumping or extra help. Just remember to keep the master cylinder full so air doesn't get sucked back in. Another option is pressure bleeding. You can use a one-man brake bleeder tool, which is a small hand pump or pressurized reservoir that connects to the master cylinder or the bleeder valve. By pressurizing the system, it forces brake fluid through the lines. When you open the bleeder valve, air and old fluid escape. Then, close the valve and repressurize. This makes the process faster and easier to do alone. Vacuum bleeding is another effective method. Attach a vacuum pump to the bleeder valve and suck out the air and fluid. This method also doesn't need a helper because the pump does all the work. You'll want a clear hose on the bleeder valve so you can see when only clean fluid flows out, indicating all air is gone. While doing this, always keep an eye on the brake fluid level in the master cylinder. If it drops too low, air can get back into the system, undoing your work. Use a wrench to loosen and tighten the bleeder valves, which are usually about 8 millimeters in size. Be gentle but firm to avoid stripping the threads. After bleeding, press the brake pedal to check for firmness. If it feels soft or spongy, you may need to repeat the process. Keep in mind, if your truck has air brake systems instead of hydraulic brakes, the process is different. You'll need to drain the air tanks and remove moisture or contaminants, which is a different procedure altogether. By following these steps carefully and patiently, you can successfully bleed your truck brakes alone, keeping your vehicle safe and ready for the road.